Nurse dies, exposing the hidden truths about creation and purpose. I respected and knew that he was all-knowing, and that there was this system in place, and this universe that was just so enormous and filled with so much. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today. We wanted to take a second and stop to thank you guys, the community. Lately, we've noticed something amazing in the comments. Many of you are helping each other through grief, and it's heartwarming to see this community come together, which is why we've partnered with today's sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is the world's leading online therapy platform. It connects you with licensed therapists who are trained to listen and provide valuable, unbiased advice. They can help with a range of issues, including depression, grief, anxiety, relationships, trauma, and more. By using the link in the video description, you not only support this channel, but also get 10% off your first month of therapy. With BetterHelp, you have the freedom to communicate the way you want: text, call, or video. In most cases, you will be matched with a therapist within 48 hours or less, and will have the flexibility to schedule sessions at your convenience and even switch therapists free of cost. If you've lost somebody or are going through a painful experience, consider BetterHelp. Click the link in the description for a 10% discount on your first month of therapy. Hi, my name is Suzanne Seymour, and I'm a registered nurse who had a near-death experience as a 12-year-old. I would love to share this very intimate, personal, and private experience in hope that you gain something wonderful from it. It's not easy to talk about, but with all the love in my heart, I'd like to start. So, I had a horrific and freaky skiing accident with my family at a ski chalet. I wore a long brown and white scarf that I double-knotted, and I wore some second-hand red skiers and ski boots. We hiked up to a ski hill, and long story short, my scarf got entangled in the tow rope on me and broke my neck and crushed both temples, which, as an Ahn with many years of experience, I can tell you is not really survivable at all. I experienced a miraculous healing after a severe accident. Despite the cold and blizzard, I found warmth and comfort in an ethereal light amidst the woods. As the figure approached, emanating love and healing energy, I felt embraced and understood. He identified himself as Jesus, conveying a profound sense of love and reassurance. In his presence, I felt known and safe, experiencing a deep telepathic connection beyond words. It was a transformative experience, filled with love, healing, and profound understanding. I recall being lifted by Jesus, accompanied by two other beings. They appeared like warriors, amusing me with their antics. Jesus held me, and we seemed to soar with wings. However, a scream from below interrupted my peace, revealing my mother's distress. Despite the elevation, I felt serene, knowing Jesus understood me deeply. We landed in a beautiful meadow adorned with purple, yellow, and white flowers, a symbol of joy. I asked Jesus if I could return to help my mother, though he seemed surprised by my request, given my recent ordeal. Yet, I felt compelled to answer her call, respecting the vastness of the universe's plan. They deliberated, and a group of beings approached, gliding with purpose. Though I couldn't see their faces, they conveyed a sense of organization and interconnectedness, emphasizing the importance of life and creation. Jesus remained patient as I awaited clarity on returning. Eventually, a moment arrived with a mountainous formation and a golden light, signifying a significant connection. Despite the forewarned pain, I affirmed my choice to return. I was then reunited with my healed body, marked by a profound sense of trust in the universe's plan. I had lots of blood, lots of swelling in both temples, and I remember him. I don't know how to express the words, except that I felt like there was something that I recognized in my chest, and I felt like it was like a dove, I called it, and it was like a part of Christ that would now help me. He said, "I'll never leave you, and I'll always be here," and that presence was something you do not ever want to leave. It is beyond love. It's so amazing. It's so overwhelming and so filling. It fills your whole body. So I was back in my body, and I remember all of a sudden he was there, and he was kneeling beside me again. And I always wondered how did the healing happen. As a nurse, I always wondered. And then I heard the next thing I heard was my mother's scream, and my father came rushing with some volunteer workers, and, they transported me to the nearest hospital. When I remember my mom saying, "Who were you talking to? Who was with you?" Someone was up here with you, and I was completely alone up there. They calculated most likely 45 minutes. It's the most miraculous thing that's ever happened. Well, that's not even true because now after this experience, I see miracles everywhere and every day, all day, and I just am so in tune with all the miracles and open to them. After the divine presence departed, I was certain it was God. I felt compelled to share the profound love and support I experienced, but my mother urged me to keep it private to protect its sanctity. Despite my injuries, the doctors were astonished at my recovery, which continued miraculously. Nuns from the Catholic hospital witnessed this, suggesting a commemoration, but my parents preferred a normal life for me. They opted not to sue the ski hill to spare me further trauma. Ultimately, the greatest impact was realizing the preciousness of life and the existence of life beyond death. From the experience, I was infused with that light. I was infused with these golden, it was informational, and I feel like there were, like little golden flecks of information that just went in, and I learned that every blade of grass, every sunrise, sunset, anything living that's beautiful, anything living, everything living has a purpose. Everything's connected. There's where's, the joy and the abundance of love that's available. All you have to do is ask. It's really the realest thing I know. My experience helped lead me to become a nurse because I was 12, so in high school, they asked me what do you want to do and what do you want to be, and I got a book of all different professions, and I asked my prayers and I closed my eyes and I went through with my fingers, and I said, whatever my finger lands on, that's what I will do, and my finger landed on nursing. So that's what I became, and I stuck with it even though it was a very difficult profession because I was a very sensitive person after that experience. I found my purpose in healing. I was healed, and I learned that I could assist with healing, and I found this presence, this God's love and light in everyone. I found it in so many miracles that physicians and how they work through, and I just so enjoy seeing when people let them use you for creating. I learned what is negative and what is created otherwise. Since we are allowed to create some things here, if it's negative or destructive, I know that's not from this master artist creator's love. If you ever want to find or see a glimmer of what I saw, nature holds the life forces, people, babies, wherever there's life and love and a heart that's open, you can find that life force in kindness and in service. I see so many people in service, and there's purpose. I found there is a purpose in everyone and everything, big and small, are relevant, it's all purpose. So, with all the love in my heart, I hope that I could convey that resource that's available and called upon. And I also learned a lot about love, and that we're here to learn about love. And he let me know that he doesn't force you to do anything. He loves to see what you'll do, loves to see what you'll create, and loves to be supportive if you need direction. And if you want direction, you can ask, and your plan will unfold, and your life will unfold, and it's such a wonderful thing for me to reach out to and connect with. And I love to share the joy, and it's been in that's been in my life, and through major life decisions and just silly things. I love to share in that relationship, and I've always maintained that relationship because I want to. And that's true love, is when you want it and you're looking for it and you can have it. He loves everyone and he's created everyone, so look for love and all those beautiful things and miracles happen. I'm a living, breathing miracle. I was paralyzed and it completely disappeared. My whole face was scarred and everything disappeared. As a matter of fact, that same year, I became a gymnast, and soon after, I was very athletic. I have a lovely husband and wonderful children, and I attribute it all to, the blessings and count the blessings every day. And I hope I did the story justice. I wrote it in a book years ago in private because I wasn't sure that I could speak about it. But if you're interested in more of the story, it's called My Secrets from Heaven by Susan Seymour. Thank you, and sending lots of love to everyone out there. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. We all fall in when the low's in our staring lost about the skylight. We all fall in when the love's there.